This is number 4.
4 coming up.
I can't keep track.
All right. Now, Bruce Chilton has written an article published in Bible Review entitled "The Son of Man, Who Was He?" And he has shown that Jesus, in using the title Son of Man, could in some cases be referring to himself as an ordinary human being, and he could be referring to that angelic being that is described in Daniel. And he could be describing a future figure, a messianic figure, who is not himself. Now, in the passages you quoted from Mark's Gospel, is there any one of these passages in which Jesus says, "I am the Son of Man"?
Oh, yes, definitely. Not only the one before the high priest, but the one that was exactly preceding that. I'd have to bring it up, but it was in chapter 13 when you see the Son of Man descending. There's at least 2 right there. Chilton's article has been thoroughly examined. In fact, have you seen the entire book edited by Hurtado Moser? I'm sorry. I would recommend to you the book edited by Hurtado Moser that go in depth in response to Chilton at that particular point in time. I just read it about 2 months ago. And again, I have to dispute, Shabir, with your assertion where he said Chilton has shown. The appropriate way of saying is Chilton has argued. But as you know, the proper scholarship would be to say, okay, you made your argument, but if an entire book has been published refuting your conclusions, that would mean he has not shown. He has simply asserted. And so when you say Chilton has shown that Jesus did this, I would argue that the people in this room are capable, more than capable, of listening, going back to every one of the references that I gave, where Jesus uses Son of Man language of himself, and determining for themselves whether Jesus is simply saying, "I'm just a regular dude," which is why everybody goes insane when he says it. Or is it in the context of exercising spiritual power? Is it in the context of being something other than merely a man? I think everyone in this room, and I like to demythologize scholarship. That means I think everybody in here is capable of examining these conclusions. They may not have all the background information, but they can understand what the conclusions are. And I think when you look at what's actually found in Mark, you will see that that's exactly how he's functioning. That's exactly how he's using it.
So my last question. Paul in his letters is railing against the super apostles, the false apostles, the pillars of the church, and he says that they added nothing to my gospel. Of course, he says that even when I had my disciple Titus with me, they could not force him to be circumcised. And then, when he went to Jerusalem, according to Acts chapter 15, he circumcised Timothy. Now, I'm wondering then, who are the false apostles that he's railing against? Are they the original disciples of Jesus, or followers of the original disciples of Jesus?
Well, since we keep bringing up Bruce, I would direct you to his discussion of it, because he will repudiate and refute the idea that it has anything to do with Peter, James, and John. These are the ones that are troubling him in Corinth primarily. They're associated with having some kind of special capacity or ability to speak and that make them better than the Apostle Paul. The reason that Timothy is circumcised is because Timothy is going to be dealing with Jewish people, going into a Jewish context. Titus is not, therefore he is not. Therefore, it's a matter of making yourself all things to all people. I would point to John Murray and Douglas Moo and all of these tremendous, in-depth, consistent scholarly commentaries on Pauline epistles that give an in-depth analysis that demonstrates that the idea that you have to turn this into this radical theory that Paul was in conflict with Peter. Fundamentally, what you're having to say is Paul's a liar and Luke's a liar. Because according to Acts and according to Paul's epistles, that's not the case. And so fundamentally, you have to start off, you have to say, these men are dishonest. I'm going to start with the assumption that they're guilty until proven innocent. And then you come to the conclusion that they're guilty. What a shocking thing that is, too. You were just saying that I was reasoning in a circle. This popular theory that you're promoting is a vicious circle that most people just don't even seem to recognize. Again, go to the solid materials found in people like Moo and Murray and others for a sound demonstration that, again, the best and most consistent way to interpret these things has nothing to do with starting off by calling Paul and Luke liars. Which is what you have.
Okay.